So what I'm going to do is talk about what you do if you have more than one force acting on an object, okay? What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to add these forces as a vector, because whenever we say F equals ma, okay, this force is actually the vector sum. When I say vector, I mean you got to be clever. Like, for example, if this is positive, this guy would be negative, okay? This has to be the vector sum of all the forces acting on the object. So step by step, what you do is, you draw the picture of the object, right? Okay, and then draw arrows for the forces, right? Step 2, in this case, we don't have to do this. Step 2, calculate the magnitudes of the forces, the ones that you can. Pretty soon we're going to do things where, like, for example, there's going to be a force down, and that'll be the force of gravity, and you can calculate it, right? Okay. Or one could be the force of friction, and we can calculate that, right? So calculate what the forces are, right? And then 3, just set up a vector sum of all the forces equals ma, right? And then step 4, do math. Okay. So this is set up, add all the forces as a vector. This is the sum of the forces is equal to ma, right? So add the forces as vectors, right? So in this case, somebody's already drawn the arrows for the forces, so we're done, right? All these forces, they're already calculated, right? So now we're going to add them as a vector, right? So we're going to go -9 plus 17 equals 5 times a, right? So this is, we're just saying F equals ma. And F is now a complicated sum of all these forces, right? And now we're ready to go. So -9 plus 17 is +8. And then 8 divided by 5 is 1.6. So our acceleration is +1.6 meters per second squared. Now, be careful what you say, right? That doesn't mean, by the way, that it's moving to the right. This thing could be moving to the left. If it's moving to the left, it's slowing down because it's accelerating to the right. If it's moving to the right, it's going faster and faster because it's accelerating to the right. Okay, so we don't really know which way this thing is moving without having more information here, okay? But we do know that it's gaining velocity to the right, okay? All right, that's our first example. I think this is the simplest example. I'm going to do one where we have an unknown force next, okay?